city into the abyss would come before they realized they had lost the chance. So, you know, like there were outer forces that ended time early before they could even get in. Okay, keep reading. We shall keep reading. Nadia's experiences during her first months as a single woman living on her own did in some moments equal or even surpass the loathsomeness and dangerousness that her family had warned her about. But she had a job at an insurance company, and she was determined to survive, and so she did. She secured a room of her own atop the house of a window, a record player, and a small collection of vinyl, a circle of acquaintances among the city's free spirits, and a connection to a discreet and non-judgmental female gynecologist. She learned how to dress for self-protection, how to best deal with aggressive men and with police, and with aggressive men who were the police, and always to trust her instincts about situations to avoid or to exit immediately. So, you guys, we're getting insight now. We're getting background insight into why she wears her black robe. She's wearing her black robe because she's adapting. She's adapting to living on her own, and that's why she wears the black robe. She's learning how to best deal with aggressive men, aggressive police, aggressive men who are the police, things like that, and to trust her instincts. Okay, so we are now going to read more. But sitting at her desk at the insurance company on an afternoon of handling executive auto policy renewals by phone, when she received an instant message from Saeed asking if she would like to meet. Her work posture was still hunched over, as it had been when she was a schoolgirl. And she was doodling, and she was still doodling, as always, in the margins of the printouts before her. So she's still artistic. They want to meet. They met at a Chinese restaurant of Nadia's choosing, this not being a class night. Okay, so they're meeting outside of class. They're meeting at a Chinese restaurant. The family that used to run the place, after arriving in the city following the Second World War and flourishing there for 3 generations, had recently sold up and emigrated to Canada. Okay. She's wearing a black robe because she's a ghost. She's not a ghostess. Nadia is not a ghostess. Nadia is Nadia. Okay, so they're meeting at the Chinese restaurant. Okay. But prices remained reasonable and the standard of food had not yet fallen. The dining area had a darkened opium den ambience, in contrast to other Chinese restaurants in the city. It was distinctively lit by what looked like candle-filled paper lanterns, but were in fact plastic illuminated by flame-shaped, electronically flickering bulbs. Ghetto. I'm just kidding, you guys. I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding. I'm kidding. I use those. Nadia arrived first and watched Saeed enter and walk to her table. He said, as he often did, he had, as he often did, an amused expression in his bright eyes, not mocking, but as though he saw the humor in things. And this in turn amused her and made her warm to him. Aw. She resisted smiling. Nadia, he loves you! She resisted smiling, knowing it would not be long for him to smile. And indeed he smiled before reaching the table, and his smile was then returned. Aww. Aww. Can you guys see me? Like, can you guys see my eyes when I'm reading? Or like my face when I'm reading? Okay. I like it, he said, indicating their surroundings. Sort of mysterious. Like, we could be anywhere. Well, not anywhere, but not here. Have you ever traveled abroad? He shook his head. Sorry, I have to silence my phone. Have you ever traveled abroad? He shook his head. I want to. Me too. Where would you go? She considered him for a while. Cuba. Cuba? Why? I don't know. It makes me think of music and beautiful buildings and the sea. Sounds perfect. And you? Where would you pick? One place. Chile. Ooh. So we both want to go to Latin America. He grinned. The Atacama Desert. The air is so dry, so clear, and there's so few people, almost no lights. And you can lie on your back and look up and see the Milky Way. All the stars like a splash of milk in the sky, and you see them slowly move because the earth is moving, and you feel like you're lying on a giant spinning ball in space. Nadia is so majestic. Thank you so much, True K's, and thank you, Eddie. Thank you guys for sending those gifts. No, Nadia is so mysterious, and she's so mysterious and just so, like, you can't quite, you want to understand so bad, but you can't understand. She makes you so surprised. Thank you, True K's. Thank you. Okay. Okay. So now more. Aw, thank you, John Mello. Ragu, I didn't even know you were here. Mysterious. She's like me under this cap, so mysterious. You guys never know with me, you know? I keep you guessing. Guessing. Okay, moving on. Okay. Nadia watched Saeed's features. In that moment, they were tinged with wonder, and he looked, despite his stubble, boy.